Welcome. Today, we're going to go over the 5 tricks the devil plays on you that stopped you from receiving the qualities of God. And if you don't believe, you won't receive. So I'm very enthusiastic about presenting this information to you. It is mind-blowing. I've been studying spiritual manifestation and creating our dream lives, or my dream life, for decades now. I started within health and fitness because when we're sick, we have one wish, which is to be healthy. And there's different levels of sickness. We could be in a hospital bed, dying and crying, willing to give all of our money and start a GoFundMe to get the money to help ourselves. Or we could just have lack of ability, lack of agility, and stomach sickness. I used to be sick all the time, and now I'm free. So I would like to share this information with you, how to be free. Now, a little prelude to this information is, this is really about health and fitness. This is really about nutrition and fitness. And I focused for so long on the strategies and tactics and techniques to get fit and strong and healthy. I thought it was all about we got to eat at this time and we have to work out at this time. And that may be true, yet most people know better than what they're doing. You feel me? If you did what you already know, wouldn't you be more fit and healthy? But for some reason, I hear all the time, why do I keep eating this way? Why do I keep not exercising? Why do I fail to the commitment to myself? And this is going to help you create that change of perception, which is the first level of learning and teaching, is changing your perception, your beliefs, and your expectations. So expect for this video to completely change the way you're thinking, and that will change the way you're doing things. And when you change what you're doing, you will change what you're having, including your dream body. It's possible for everyone, no matter what age, no matter where you are right now, as long as you are committed to and convicted to getting to a new place in life, you will get there. Now, the first sacrifice that you must make, yes, I'm going to put a must with that. The first sacrifice you must make to have your dream life, and it's one person that you must sacrifice. Because I think we all know that, we've all heard that you will be the average of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. You're going to have the average of their bank accounts. You're going to have the average of their body fat. You're going to have the average of their body ability, their happiness, or their sadness. That's the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So if it's 5 people, that's the average, then why is it just one person that you need to sacrifice? Because the person that you need to sacrifice is the old you. You must sacrifice who you are and let your old self die to let your new self become alive and thrive and have a new life that creates a new identity for yourself. And when you change your identity, you change who you are. You change your being, which is changing your behavior, but your belief systems, because your belief systems change your behavior. When you change your behavior and your belief and your identity, you change what you do so easily. It seems so hard because you're stuck in the same reality that you have been in, and you're trying to change what you do before you change who you are. You got to change who you are before you change what you do, and then you will change what you have in life, again, including your dream body. So let's get in it. I know that was a lot to grasp already within the first few minutes, but we're going to really get into this right here, okay? Now, I know if you're like me, you got some D's and F's when you were growing up in school. And the true D's and F's, well, the true F is failure, right? That's what F stands for. Actually, it stands for failing, but people who are successful fail often. Failures fail once and then just stop, or fail twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, and just stop. They are not convicted and committed to attaining their goal, and more than attaining their goal is doing the thing that you need to do to get your goal, and becoming the person that you need to be to do the thing to get your goal. Because we have goals to grow, not to get. And I've been mistaken for years, maybe decades, that a goal is simply to get, but a goal is to grow. Grow into the person that you wish to be better. That's what we're here for, to love more, to serve more, to be more. And when you are more, when you change your identity, you're able to do more. You're able to serve more people, help more people. Your cup is overflowing, so you just have no choice but to give to others. You're that shining beacon of light when so many of us, so much of the time, are looking outwards for that light. When we're the ones shining the light, we're looking outwards for that acre of diamonds when the acre of diamonds is within us, internally. All of the determining factors in life are internal, inside of us, not external. We think, oh, I was born in this place. I was born too short, too fat, too ugly. I'm too big boned. That just won't work for me. When the truth is, principles work for everyone, every time, everywhere. And the determining factor is inside of you. It's internal. Determining factors are always internal. Always. The contributing factors, Dr. Golden enlightened me to the clarity of being able to orate this. The contributing factors are what may play some type of chance in what's happening to your life, but the determining factors is your determination, which is controlled internally. So let's get to it. The number one trick the devil plays, and this is the first D, is dissatisfaction. If I spell something wrong, throw it in the comments, teach me. We're all here to teach and learn. I'm not the best speller in the bunch. I just know this information must be spread. Throw your notes in the comments. Take notes. If you're not taking notes, you're more likely to forget. And this is here to create magnificent transformation in your life. So if you're not ready for transformation, you might want to pause this video, watch it at a later time, or not watch it at all. This is for transformation. The ultimate education is transformation. So take notes, because what is written is retained. Write it down, make it happen. And throw some of those notes in the comments to help me understand what you got out of this and help others. So dissatisfaction is one of the main tricks the devil plays. Dissatisfaction is also another form of that, is verbalizing your dissatisfaction, complaining. Complaining is the most infectious disease known to man. These are all infectious diseases, and we communicate them. They're communicable. Woo, that's a bar right there. They are communicable by complaining. So, right, you could write that underneath, complaining, put it in parentheses. When we complain, we're detained. It's like we're in jail, and we're furthering our enslavement by complaining, because complaining is focusing on what we don't want, and our focus creates our frequency. What you focus on frequently becomes your frequency, and your frequency controls your desired reality or your undesired reality. If we are constantly focusing on what we don't want, we're dissatisfied and we're orating it, we're speaking it verbally, we're complaining, we're just bringing more of what we don't want into our lives. Take a fast from complaining, right? What do I mean by that? Keith, what do you mean take a fast from complaining? Simply do not complain for 24 hours. Take it one day at a time. If, if that's too hard for you, just do it for 1 hour, right? 1 hour of no complaining. Move to 1 day. You could apply this to everything you're attempting to get rid of in your life, and stop attempting and trying, just do it. And it seems like so blunt. You're like, dude, I've been trying. I know you've been trying. That's why I'm saying don't try. Don't attempt. Those words have the signature, the hallmark of failure embedded right in them, right? Embedded right in them, right? Try. If I try to pick this up, am I picking this up? No. If I attempt to pick this up, am I picking it up? No. Pick it up, right? Anything is possible when you fully commit, right? When you fully commit, anything is possible. And so is all the horrible things in life. So many people say, that's too good to be true. How about it's too bad to be true? Complaining all the time. We are in such abundance. There is so much in life, yet we believe so hard, and that's the second one, in lack. And lack is really disbelief, right? It's also belief in what you don't want, belief in things not being enough and things being limited, right? But look around you, right? Fix that. This is getting a little jumbled here. All right, do I want to? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I hope this isn't too jumbled for y'all. Lack. I hope it's not too much information on the board for y'all, but please be taking notes. Disbelief or lack. Lack is a lie, the ultimate lie that the devil gives us, that there's not enough for everyone. There's not enough money. If one person makes a lot of money, then another person's going to be poor. Oh my Lord, I'm in disbelief that I believed that for so long. It's amazing that we really think that if one person has a lot of money, another person's not going to have money, when money is printed every day. In it was like 2022, I believe, where the government printed we're not even printing money anymore. We changed it to M1 because most of money is digital. Printed or made more money than like the money that exists. It was like $20 trillion or something like that. It's all an illusion. And this is one of the most important statements of this whole video. And to me, it is like an encapsulation of how to manifest what we would like, because we're always manifesting. We are always manifesting and always creating a frequency in our life. Remember, you create the frequency by what you focus on. We manifest by creating a frequency, and just like a television, you start tuning in to your frequency. That's what you're receiving, because it's what you're believing. What you get is what you give, right? What you get is what you give. You receive what you believe. And belief is something you're giving out to the universe. It's like a frequency. What you focus on frequently becomes your frequency. To change your vibration, you must change your concentration. What are you concentrating on? Are you concentrating on dissatisfaction or complaining or disbelief or lack? Okay, so the ultimate sentence is, and I know those were bars right there, yet the ultimate sentence is, make your vision more powerful than the physical illusion of reality. The material illusion that you see every day, it's an illusion. It changes constantly, and we don't even see, we're not capable of seeing what really is. We see what we believe. We see what we are. We transform what we see into an image into our mind based on our belief, our conceptions, our perception, and our expectation. That's why that's the first step in learning, is to change your perception, your belief, and your expectation. So expect, believe, and perceive that your spiritual vision of your desired reality is more powerful than the physical illusion that you see that we call reality, because we make our own reality. This phone was made. These books were made once by a thought. A thought is the cause of all effects. That's why this is so important and vital. And I'm not going over like, this is how to do a push-up and this is how to do a squat. Those are very important, but you're not going to get to the steps. And if you do, it might be temporary and fleeting if you do not change the way you're thinking. And if you keep on buying these tricks that the devil plays of dissatisfaction, it's not working fast enough, I'm big boned, I can't do that, I don't have time. Those may be true. You are creating them to be so much more true than they really are, though, because we make time. Einstein, Steve Jobs, all had the same amount of time that we do. And they are able to create so much more because they create time like you create time. For something you love, you will create time. Lack, there is no lack. It's like breathing. Like if you breathe a lot, is someone else going to be able to breathe less? No, we create. And this world is built on creating. We are here to create. We will keep on creating, and the more we create, the more is manifested in the world. So powerful. I could literally talk about just one of these for hours. It's amazing. I'm so thankful for you to be here. And I don't doubt that this video will receive 100,000, 1 million views. I know it will happen. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, and I'm not attached to that outcome. This is another important aspect, is another trick the devil plays is attachment to the outcome. It's not going to be in here, or it's not going to be in one of these 5, yet it's kind of implied, if you will, or I'll just say it, that when you have attachment to the outcome, it pretty much collapses everything. Like we're putting space in between us and our desired reality or our dream goal or our dream life if we keep on putting so much attachment towards getting it. It's like wanting it. Thou shalt not want. Another way of saying thou shalt not want is I am not in lack. Thou is not full of lack, because what you want, you lack. So that is why in the art of manifesting and spirituality, we are always saying to expect it as already happened and feel the emotional feeling. Like not just the feeling, not just the thought, but the emotionally charged and convicted feeling and thought that it already is there. I already know, like I have 100,000 subscribers, and then it will get to 500,000, and then get to 1 million. I already know I'm a best-selling author. You could see some of my books at joymasterkey.com. I already know how many people I'm helping to illuminate their lives with self-love and self-realization, which you could check out at drkeithjlopez.com. I already know all these things are happening. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. And if doubt ever comes, I'm going to show you how to get rid of the doubt by receiving the 5 qualities of God, because there is this is a scale of polarity, right? And there is always a polar contrast to one thing. Imagine this is like cold and this is going to be hot. They are the same thing. They are the same exact thing. They just have a polar contrast. It's not really an opposite. Hot isn't opposite the cold. It's just contrasting. They're just they're both temperature, hot and cold, right? So how do we change the hot and the cold? It's how we focus on something. It's the rate of vibration. What's cold for someone could be hot for someone else based on their rate of vibration. Rate of vibration is based upon concentration. What we concentrate on, we get. What we focus on becomes our frequency. If you focus on heat while you're in the cold, then your body will warm up. We've actually shown this, and it's not like 10,000 hour meditators. people who just like were taken randomly have been shown to be able to warm up the temperature in their hand 7 to 9 degrees. We're capable of such great things. Don't doubt that, right? Okay, number 4 is discourage. Right? And another way of saying discourage is fear or worry. Right? Fear or worry. Oh my. When you worry about something, creates anxiety because you are thinking about something you don't want to happen. Why would we do that? Because we've been programmed. We've been watching the news, negative entertainment, watched solemnly, right? We're watching the news all the time, and it's giving us negative news. And there's a reason for that, because if like someone walked in here as a my child and he gave me flowers, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. But if it was someone came in here and like smacked me with a bat and I beat me to the ground, this would probably be like a viral clip and be able to be used on the media. Man's recording a YouTube video and someone comes into his house and beats him to death. Like, everyone's like, whoa, like you would talk about that. Like at work, the next day to your neighbors. You wouldn't necessarily talk about, oh, this guy was recording a video and his kid brought in a bouquet of flowers and said, I love you. Let's change that reality, huh? But the thing is we do that because we're like programmed to protect ourselves. If a bear comes out of the woods, that is going to alert me, and I'm going to be like, whoa. If a butterfly comes out, I'm going to be like, that's beautiful. It's not going to alert me as much because it's not threatening my reality or my security. So that is why a lot of these tricks the devil plays are embedded in our head, in our subconscious mind, because how much times we've heard of them. And when we heard of them consciously, watching TV, hearing our elders, our authority figures, teachers worry, saying you have to follow the rules. You don't have to do anything. You get to, and you can follow rules, or you can make new rules and create a new reality. Like the way that school was created is someone created the rules of school. It's a good thing that someone is there to create new rules, because rules are not meant to be broken. They're meant to be improved, not just changed, but improved. Like, let's constantly improve. That's what we're here for. So when we fear, when we worry, we're literally discouraging ourselves from our dream life, from what could be, from our new self, and we're holding on to our old self, our old reality that is limiting our greatness. Okay, number 5, the last one, is distraction, right? It's interesting. We want to take action. We want to attract our soulmate. We want to attract money to us. We want to attract beautiful, loving people. We want to attract wonderful environments, yet we're distracted. We're distracted by shiny object syndrome. We're distracted by things. We're distracted by situations and circumstances, thinking that they create our reality, when really our emotions and our thoughts create our reality. Our emotions and thoughts create our circumstances and situations. Circumstances and situations do not create our emotions and thoughts. We got it all backwards, a lot of us, though. So distraction, another way of saying that, is failure. And I think I'm at the bottom. I don't even know if you could read that. Yet when I'm writing, you know it's worth writing. You know that it's worth note-taking for. Failure, or what I'm just going to write, don't want. Right? You're focusing on what you don't want. Just like complaining or dissatisfaction. You're focusing on what you don't want, creating anxiety, creating depression, creating that worrying feeling. And I think it's like the CDC or something says that 90% of sickness in hospitals is due to stress. Oh my Lord, 90% of sickness is due to stress. Breathe in deep, relax. you're taken care of. Now let's go to the polar contrast. This is how we X out all of these things right here. Okay? This is how we change our focus to change our frequency. And you must do it frequently to change your vibration. And you're always concentrating. Some people say concentration is so hard. Now, why are you concentrating on something you don't want all the time? Use that manifestation muscle and concentrate on what you would like to happen. Okay, so number one, what's the polar contrast to dissatisfaction or complaining? Appreciation. One of our greatest superpowers. I have another video I created, your 4 superpowers. Check them out. Appreciation is number one. This is our greatest superpower. Our greatest asset is to appreciate what's happening in our life. Just say thank you. Imagine how many ways there are to say thank you. Appreciation, which also means increasing value. Thank you. Gratitude, grace. There's so many ways. Like even forgiveness is a section of appreciation, to forgive someone, because when you're angry at someone, you're literally, as Christ said, you're swallowing poison waiting for another person to die. And if you're getting angry, stressed, worried, depressed at situations in life, realize that until your perception changes, you're going to be experiencing that same reality. You must let that person die. You must sacrifice that person, and a sacrifice is letting go of something that is not as valuable for something that is more valuable. So you're sacrificing your old self. When you start complaining, just give appreciation. There's so much to appreciate. If you have arms and legs, oh my Lord. Think about if you didn't have arms and legs. Nick Vujicic doesn't have arms and legs. Life without limbs still is in such high levels of appreciation, right? It's amazing. As a matter of fact, he signed on this book right here. Look at her. No legs. She's performed all around the world. This lady is amazing. Her name is Jen Bricker, Jen Bricker. Absolutely amazing, phenomenal book. And everyone goes through this hardship of complaining, of disbelief, of lack. What's the opposite of lack? Abundance. That is our natural state of being, abundance. That is your birthright. It's not a privilege, it's your birthright. We have 23 to 100 trillion cells. I know that's a big range, yet different books say different things, because if it's that high of a number, it's like unfathomable. A trillion. We are naturally in abundance. You have so much around you. Talk about arms and legs. Like, some people don't have lights or a fridge or a roof over their home, and they're still smiling, happy. Why? Because they focus on their vision. They have more power and strength in their vision than the material world, which is an illusion because it's constantly changing, and we don't even see what is. We don't even see what is. We see what we think there is. Number 3 is conviction. Conviction, right? You are absolutely sure, you have no doubt that your dream is manifesting as reality. And once you feel that feeling, it's like it's already manifested without the attachment to the outcome. Just knowing that you're putting the effort in. Like, you putting the effort in is changing everything. Like, whether this video has 5 views, 50,000 views, or 500,000 views, I'm still putting in the effort. I'm still creating what I'd like to create. I'm still on the journey. It's not the destination that's so vital, because once you get to the destination, that's just a starting point in a new journey for a new destination. Woo! These are some bars. Y'all best be taking notes. Okay, so conviction is the polar contrast to doubt. What is the polar contrast to discourage? That one's pretty easy. What's the polar contrast to being fearful and worrying? It's courage. It's courage. right? It's amazing. And the map of consciousness, right here, the map of consciousness, right? We have, and it like opens up this page because I think that this page is so vital, of course. There we go. Opens up this page, the map of consciousness, right? On level 200 is a certain frequency, which is courage. And that's when we have life-giving. Under 200, what do we have? When we are not really increasing life, right? We're at like this level of life where it just doesn't feel good, right? And we have these emotions, right? Our emotions create our frequency and our vibration, and that's how we see the world. So if we're an emotion, let's start at the bottom, shame. At 20 on a scale of 1,000. So imagine how low 20 is. If we're in shame, we're in the emotion of humiliation, and we're in the process of elimination. How we view life is miserable. How we view God is despising. Oh, that's so painful. Hurt people hurt people. So people who are in the shame are going to complain a lot, be disbelief, that in lack, in doubt, in discouragement, in distraction, thinking about what they don't want, in failure, and constantly repeating that, complaining to others, and it's communicable, right? So we spread these diseases of the devil that are mental disorders, because physical diseases are no match for mental disorders. Because someone who has tons of physical diseases may be completely appreciative, satisfied with life, beyond satisfied, they're appreciating life. And they're not complaining, they're expressing themselves and giving praise and love and gratitude, right? Praise, another word for appreciation, right? Shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage. I would add to desire that it's desire with a attachment to the outcome, because desire itself is a natural human condition. We're always desiring. I like to use the word dream because it's a little more innocent than desiring, and we normally don't have attachments to the accomplishment of our dream. Like we dream, it's a dream, like we are on the path to fulfill it, and being on that path is more than enough. We're so grateful to be able to be on that path, that journey, as opposed to, I must hit the destination. I must have the outcome. I must get the effect, instead of knowing that the cause, the thought, is more than enough. Because that is what we're truly trying to manifest, is a feeling. Like, why do you want to be in shape? Why do you want to feel, I already said it, feel great. Why do you want to be in shape? Why do you want to be fit? Why do you want to improve your nutrition? Why do you want money? To be happy, to be healthy, to be free. Why do you want to be healthy? To be free, to feel free, right? Because Nelson Mandela was in jail for 27 years, wrongly accused. He was more free than most people that are walking around, right? People living on $1 or $2 a day are more rich than some people with millions because of their mindset, because of their vision. Their vision HD, not black and white, so they could taste, smell, feel, hear, and see the vision as if it's reality. What did Helen Keller say? She said, they asked her, what's worse than being born without sight? She said, being born with sight and having no vision, because those without vision shall perish. You must have your vision and must be stronger than the physical reality we're experiencing that is an illusion. So be courageous. And Earl Nightingale said the opposite of being courageous is conformity. So being like everyone else. He also said, whatever 90% of people are doing, do the opposite. Because 90% of us have been tricked by the devil, and we're doing one of these 5 things constantly, when all we need to do is change our focus and receive the qualities of God, appreciate, realize that there's abundance, focus on the abundance, not the lack, focus on your conviction of what you know is true. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't say, oh, I'm making $1 today, I'm a millionaire, right? If you could believe that, then you will receive it. Yet if you're having trouble believing it, like if you're 100 pounds overweight and you're like, you're 300 pounds, you're like, I'm 200 pounds, I'm 200 pounds, and you just feel you're lying to yourself, That's vain repetition. Affirmations are great. If you believe them, you will receive them. Yet if they are too outreaching that you can't even reach that goal, that you don't believe it yourself, you don't have emotional conviction, right? Emotional conviction, then just make a little less, right? Say, I'm 300 pounds right now. Instead, no, I am 290 pounds. More and more second by second. I know I'm 290 pounds. This extra 10 pounds is an illusion. It's going to be gone this month. It will happen. Because when you know you're that person makes different decisions. That person doesn't eat a whole pie or a whole bag of chips. That person knows that they are doing different things. Instead of chips or a pie, they're having an apple and carrots, and knowing that is delicious. Not saying this is torture, saying I am free. I'm so glad I'm eating an apple, not having a pie or a cake or candy. I am free. I am not a slave to that past reality, that past identity that had me eating these things, thinking that they're bringing some type of joy, when the true joy is experiencing life, experiencing and receiving the qualities of God. So what is the polar contrast to distraction? I already said attraction, yet attraction to what, right? If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a clear target, I wrote goal right there. If you don't have a clear target, it's like hoping for a bullseye and not having a dartboard. You must have a clear target without attachment, mind blown, duality, like, whoa, how do we have a goal without attachment? I already have told you. It's the effort, not the outcome. It is the journey, not the destination, that is more vital, that is the essence, that is essential to you doing it and being that person. So another way of saying this is your goal, your dream, your desired outcome, your desired reality, success without attachment. And that is the way to live a fulfilled life, to be able to be fit, happy, healthy, to acquire all your dreams, because this, in essence, is following the principle of identity, of be, do, have. And what attracts us, what creates our, to focus on things, to create a new reality, what creates a new frequency, what creates a new vibration, is concentration and focus, by using tools like emotional conviction, like emotionally charged thoughts, like our attention, our awareness, our attitude, our beliefs. All of these things create conviction, courage, help us to receive the goals. And when God puts in your mind, you ain't creating nothing. God is creating the goal and putting it in your mind, and God will manifest for you. Your subconscious mind is so close to, in tune with your God mind, or your infinite intelligence residing within you. And when you start being in a flow state, you tap into the infinite intelligence residing within you, or your God mind, or your superconscious. It's called many different things, but God is within us. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscience. So God gives you those ideas when you just relax and rest, and are rest assured that you already have accomplished your goal, your dream. You already feel the feelings you would feel if that goal was accomplished. And then it's all over. So the 5 qualities of God are appreciation, abundance, conviction, courage, and having a clear target or a dream life, desired reality, aka a goal, what you would like to experience in life, and being clear about that, having your vision, being a visionary in HD, not black and white, so you could use all your senses, smell it, taste it, feel it, hear it, right? Use all of your senses, right? Smell it, feel it, taste it, hear it. and experience it before it even happens. How else are you going to get to a goal if you don't know what it feels like? Then you don't know you really want it or not. You must fully experience it emotionally before it actually happens in the physical realm of reality, or the illusion of reality. The 5 tricks the devil plays that are the polar contrast to these 5 qualities of God are dissatisfaction, aka complaining, disbelief, aka lack, doubt, discouragement or fear and worry, and distraction or failure, and focusing on what you don't want. Instead, focus on what you would like to experience, your goal, your desired reality, your dream outcome. Instead of being discouraged, have courage. Instead of having doubt, have conviction that it already happened. Instead of looking at the lack, focus on the abundance. Instead of complaining with dissatisfaction, tap into that appreciation. You know why? Because everything tastes better with a little bit of gratitude. Sprinkle that gratitude on it. I give you gratitude and abundance and courage. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying to the end. Not everyone stays to the end. Even if it took you multiple times to pause it and watch through, you're amazing. It's worth watching again because there was a lot of knowledge in here. I hope you took notes. And may you be blessed by the best. If you need some more help, you know where to find me, drkeithjlopez.com. And for another audiobook, joymasterkey.com. You're amazing. Tune in, subscribe if you like this, if you'd like more. If not, peace. Have a good one.